They were fired for their stance on stopping theft of yoga pants. And their coward of a boss is glad to eat the loss. Lululemon CEO doubling down on firing 2 workers who tried to stop a robbery at their Georgia store. Evidently, he's pro-robbery, which is why they charge $140 for yoga pants. You remember 2 women confronted some masked shoplifters stealing merch. The suspects were eventually arrested, charged with stealing really dumb stuff. But the ladies were canned for violating the policy on physically engaging suspects. And you know, I thought it was only the cops that aren't allowed to chase criminals. So these ladies are out of work just for being loyal to their company. But the CEO says the policy is there to keep employees and customers safe. And hey, I bet it's only merchandise.
It's only merchandise. At the end, they're trained to step back, let the theft occur, know that there's technology and there's cameras, and we're working with law enforcement.
I get it. It's not worth getting shot over a pair of overpriced, low-rise leggings. I don't care how good they make my butt look. Yeah, huh? You didn't know, because I'm always sitting. But now you know. But it raises the question, if it's only merch, why can't we all steal them? Seems like the only suckers these days are people who still pay for this crap. Why not just hand out yoga pants at bus stops and street corners? Fact is, the no consequences for thievery has hit a dead and ugly end. And I'm sorry to say, prison might be the only part of prison reform that still works. That's just where you clap. All right. Yeah, Jimmy, you don't own anything worth stealing.
Stop it.
So is it hard to relate?
Stop it. Do you know about this story that they call their employees educators?
Oh, really?
Which is the most pretentious I've ever heard in my life. They're called educators. They're not employees. The CEO refers to them as educators. Be honest, if you're educating people, do they pay $140 for pants? No. Like, I'm happy. They're not. Thank you, one guy. If you could just move around the room a little bit. Love that you got that one. No, it's the whole pretentious aspect of this is what? You can't call the cops on them because society put them in this position. And it's more dangerous to bring the cops into a shoplifting situation because they represent a bad element. This is part of their whole ethos with the sign on the front of the store, which is the dumbest thing in the world. Like when the store like Lululemon is like, in this store, we don't tolerate racism, bigotry, homophobia. Like they post I know, but they post that as if there's a store next to it that's like, oh, we do, come on down. I got your bigotry right here, baby.
It's such a good point. And meanwhile, they put their workers in jeopardy because they can't be protected by these mobs coming in.
Yeah.
I know. You know, Joe, I got to point out, you look great when you wear Lululemon. It's just weird that you wear them in the shower.
It's way weirder that you're at my shower.
It's kinky. It's hot.
I just know when you work out. You know, this don't try to be a hero thing must be hard for someone like you.
Look, Greg, heroes don't ask questions. That's why when I've broken up so many knife fights, they turn out to be dance teams rehearsing for West Side Story. But I'll tell you what, I object to the characterization as the employees putting people in danger by saying, hey, don't steal stuff. It's the criminals that are putting people in danger by stealing stuff in the first place, and the politicians that are just letting it go and letting them out of jail without a punishment.
Yeah. Hang them high, that's what I say. Kill them all, cats. It's something some maniac might say. Where do you stand or sit pensively?
Well, I'm so glad you asked. I understand the policy because if you go and chase after somebody who's doing crimes, then they might hurt you. Like they said, they could kill you, but they could also hurt you. And then, I'm not a lawyer, but couldn't you get like workman's comp for that?
Right.
There you go.
No, she's right. She's not a lawyer.
Sometimes it's about the money.
But
They're like, we care about our employees so much. It's probably they care about not having to pay for a slashed employee. So
and they don't want to get sued either. Yes. By the way, isn't he arguing against having a store at all? Like, if you're saying, you know, okay, if you're an employee, you do have to have some pride in where you go to work. Right. And so if you're standing there and you've got your folded whatever leggings, and somebody comes in, it's like, why are you even there?
But they're also making an excuse for all of this crime. He's saying this is okay. He's not punching back at why don't we have police here? We clearly have a lot of thefts. This is happening now. I agree. I understand the policy because it's mostly women. They're probably not armed. You can't really shoot people that walk into a store.
Oh, you're saying they're weaker than men. I get it.
There are differences.
Yeah.
Whoa.
She said it, not me.
There are.
Hey, whoa, who let J.K. Rowling into the show? What's going on here? Holy hell.
Look,
Let her finish.
the policy is good from the standpoint of you have to keep your employees safe and you should care about them. But I mean, do we have like a 3-strike policy? Could we just not say the first time? I mean, maybe you had that instinct to yell, don't steal our stuff?
Yeah.
I think that's okay. I think that's acceptable. But no, it's a no. You don't get any second chances at Lululemon, just so in case you're planning on working there. That's it. One time. You screw up, you're out.
I think
That's how it works.
I think that their stores will be closed.
Yeah.
Because you can't do this.
Well, that's why it's so brilliant that he has that policy, because if the stores start closing, then he gets fired. And when a CEO gets fired, ka-ching.
Yes.
It'd make more if he stayed. But can I just add one more thing?
Please
They're
do.
stealing yoga pants. Yoga is the most peaceful activity in the world.
Yeah.
These people are not a threat to anybody. It's like they're stealing pillows.
I have
What are they
seen
going to do? Beat you up?
non-peaceful people in yoga pants. Way too many
Oh, at
are
the
wearing.
airport.
Yeah, what is up with
Why does everybody at the airport wear Lululemon and the people who wear them shouldn't be
Well, you want
wearing
to,
it?
yeah, you want to know that's what it is. They're
Giant.
overconfident because they're walking around with a better ass than they have.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
yeah, it's disgusting.
They make my ass look good, but my muffin top look much more noticeable.
That's the opposite of arousing.